Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, and welcome to a 2021 Spring Tournament Nightmare Pod matchup between SirLinkalot and rubes000. I am joined in the booth tonight by Grendy. Grendy, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing good tonight. I'm looking forward to a good race.
Yeah, we got a good race tonight. Two fantastic runners. Part of my pod, actually. I have a vested interest in watching this. So I figured if I'm going to be watching, why not do a little action and do some commentary and stream too? So should be a really good race tonight. I dropped the gate on the runners about 9 minutes ago, so we should be ready to get started in just about 30 seconds.
Going into this, you can see we got the same party comp here, so we've got a nice draft going on.
Oh yeah.
Rubes. Actually, both runners decided to look at the characters first before starting their draft, so we got to see what our blurses were. Rubes decided to start out with a thief that can equip a black shirt. Following that, SirLinkalot decided to take the black belt with some extra strength and a red mage with the Thor hammer. And then Rubes decided to go with another red mage.
Yep, that's right. So party drafting tonight. This should be quite an interesting way to go. Let's check out the magic.
Level 1 white didn't look too good. Well, they got fast at black, though.
Fast, pretty good. Zap, underrated as well. Ice 2, decent sweeper.
It'll get them through the early game.
So we got pro rings, not bad. Cloth plus 2, that'll do the job in the early game.
A little bit of armor to get everyone safe.
And look at that, we got tents for sale for 83 gold, and cabins are cheaper.
Rube's already on his way to Temple of Fiends here.
It's a pretty quick encounter off the hard reset. They can put that to use later on depending on how they want to take their levels. Oh, Grimps with Glance, that's pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, that's not the thing you want to see.
Alright, Rube's gonna try to man mode this with one with one red mage to see if he can pull it off.
The Bane, it can pull through? No. Oh, we got another try though.
There
we go.
Alright, nice. Alright, so we get a ship from Sarah. And the king gives us a ruby. Okay, so if we can just find ourselves the canal, we'll be able to get ourselves access to Sarda.
I really do like that early ship. Having to canoe down towards Crescent can be pretty scary early on.
Yeah, I agree. That was quite a bit of gold that they found for them there, too. 22,000. That was nice.
Let you get some early shopping done for sure.
Oh, yeah. Top off on Pures, couple softs. No heal pots for sale, though, in Canaria, so that's not the greatest, but it's fine.
It's a quick little trip over to Provoca, and hopefully they're there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Gloomchew in chat pointing out cheap soft. Yeah, I've seen softs as expensive as 1,000 gold, so I'll take 127 for softs all day long.
Rubes checking out the magic first.
Ooh, we had
Nothing big and white.
level 2 white had Fade. We got Ice 3 and Temper at level 2 as well. Alright, so we got access to a couple really good sweepers here, and Temper and Fast in the first 2 levels of Magic. You gotta love to see that.
Makes it safe for the red mage at least.
Mm-hmm.
You got Quake there too. That's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to take that Ice 3 for sure though.
Ooh, vendor items slab. Almost 14k. Alright.
Pirates almost got McFly down, but the Fade comes out and saves it.
And we got a tail from Bicky too. Not really what you want to see with this party, with the black belt. But, you know, a little bit of XP boost never hurts, and, you know, at least it gets it out of the way instead of running into it in a dud somewhere later on, so it's fine.
Oh, I missed it here, but apparently Link already took out his Thief and is just going to go 3 maybe?
Yeah, I think that's probably his plan. I would probably be doing the same thing. The Thief is good for running early, but they're not going to want to keep that guy around much longer. And literally, our runner's almost holding hands right here, leaving Provoka heading down to Elflin. Looks like Link's going to make a turn and maybe check out Crescent real quick.
Yeah, Link's going a different way. Oh, no, Rubes looking like he might be going the same way.
Oh, this is great. We're about a little over 5 minutes in, and the runners are almost holding hands here. This is great. Exit there.
Exit in white.
Yep. Nothing good in black either. Fire 2, rub. You can do without them.
Now, I don't know the red mage's ability to learn up at past level, probably past level 3 in all honesty, so I'm not even sure how many of those they could take even if it was something good.
Yeah, that exit is definitely white mage, white wizard locked, so we won't be seeing the red mages have any of that. See what Linkalot does here. I wonder if he's going to maybe take a couple levels here.
Oh, Fade didn't even get the kill on him.
Yeah.
That's quick leave.
One of those had poison touch, the other one had mute touch, so that's a no thanks.
Got the key. Looks like we're going to go back to Canaria. Check our incentive item there.
Yep. I love finding early key, personally. It opens up this location. It gives you, you know, a couple other locations with some free chests. It opens up some trap tiles in Temple of Fiends and also the Northwest Castle. So I'm a big fan of that. Oh, and we got a canal in a box. Interesting.
Our butter knife shows up too.
Hey man, respect the Vorpal. It's a good weapon. It'll get the
I have
job done.
no respect for the Vorpal.
Alright, Linkalot gonna head on up and check out these trap tiles in Temple of Fiends. I like this play. We're gonna want to see if we got A sides or B sides here. We can get a pretty good idea of that. I want to say that's 50-50. This is A side or B side. Oh,
Oh, that's a rub.
yep. Sea Trolls with Rub. Alright, we have our first bit of divergence, 8.5 minutes in. Linkalot checking Temple of Fiends. Rube's gonna go down and check out what the elf prince has in his closet. A little bit of money.
A little bit of money's about it.
Yeah. Level 3 Saber, that can be okay if you got to do something with the red mages. Oh. Life 2, white mage locked.
Is that not even a white or a red wizard learnable there?
I think they can learn slot 4 when they promote. But again, with the black belt, if they do promote, it's not going to be till much later on, if at all. Ooh, okay. Here's a pretty good trap tile for later on. This is going to hurt at first, but Nightmare Evil Man, this is pretty good.
Level 4 black's looking real nice over here. We got Warp, Brack, and Fire 3. All learnable.
Silver's +4. That is basically a gold bracelet. I'll take that all day long for only about 2k. Love it. Oh man, creeps have rub too. This is just nasty.
Saw an X for there to make it hit a little more too.
So that was a really nice trap tile find by Linkalot there. I wonder if Rubes is going to go over and check that out as well. He's on his horse right now. We'll see where he ends up going.
Changed his mind?
He's just burning some encounters maybe. Alright, so about 10 minutes in here, Grandy, what are you thinking? We got the ship, we got the canal. Marsh and Ice Cave are still incentivized. Rubes is heading over to Marsh. Would you make one of these plays here?
I would make this play, but I like picking up all my incentives and hopefully not really having to come back here. We've got the tail out of the way. Could be one of the duds, but I kind of like seeing white shirts or power bonks, so I'd take either one of those. Maybe not this early, but at least it'd be out of the way.
Yep, I agree. So Rubes is going to check out the Marsh Cave. Linkalot heading over to go and see what Grandpa has. See what Sarda has to give us tonight.
Link's black belt is not having much luck staying up here.
He's
getting rubbed. He's getting smacked.
Already level 12 on those red mages, though. That's pretty good.
With how long it takes for the red mages to get some charges, actually getting the early levels on them like that probably will help out a lot.
Alright, so Sarda has the rod. Is this even randomized is my question. Okay. Alright, so I like Rubes' chances here of finding something necessary for progression. That rod does give us access to Earth Cave. No incentivized item in Earth Cave today, though, so we're only going to really need to go down there and say hi to Lich and bye to Lich. So let's see. Rubes, nothing in the attic of Marsh Cave. He's going to go down and dig down in the basement. See what he can find down there.
See Link going for the south dock. Make a quick escape to ordeals after Marsh check, maybe?
It could very well be. We got a black shirt find by Rubes, which is equipable on that thief. So that thief now has a little bit extra defense and gets free charges of ice too. Oh, Rubes.
There's a floater. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the choice.
Nice. Rubes with the Galaxy Brain play over there. Alright, so...
See if he can get away from the trolls here. There we go.
Alright, so trolls...
Oh.
Oh, he didn't check the chest. He's gonna
Forgot
go
to check his chest.
Alright, okay. See if we can take him out this time. I wonder if he's gonna check some of the other key-locked rooms here for some trap tiles. Yes?
Not just me.
I always forget to check the key locked when I'm in here if I have it. As often as I come here, I still like to get in and out safely.
Yep, I agree. And Rubes is getting out of here. That's probably the right play. Alright, so let's see where Linkalot goes here. He's going to go to Marsh Cave too, it looks like. Unless he's going to head back to the northwest and take some more levels.
I know a lot of people like to keep the thief up for Marsh, so I'm really interested to see if Rubes decides to drop him after this. Or, I mean, he picked it for the draft. He might want to stick with it. I don't know.
Rubes likes to run a thief quite often, so I can see him keeping this four-man party up. But he will have to make a decision sooner or later to get some levels on that black belt, and we'll see everybody else take a nap at some point. Alright, so speaking of our runners tonight, they are part of the Nightmare Pod. So let's talk a little bit about our runners right here, if we can, for a minute, Grendy. While Linkalot kind of follows in Rubes' footsteps, and Rubes goes and gets his floater in the air. So Rubes, 000, started racing competed in the 2020 Summer Duck Derby, finished in 3rd place in the 2020 Fall League with the Center for Competitive Forfeiting, one of my favorite team names and a few people that we know pretty well. 1st place winner and champion of the 2021 Randomania Tournament of Hope. I participated in that tournament. Rubes ran a fantastic race that day. He went through a gauntlet of runners and did a great job. And he was 4th place in the most recent 2021 Winter Duckling Derby. He started watching during 2020 Spring Tournament and joined just before 2020 Summer Duck Derby. And his favorite enemy is the Manticore.
Manticore is an interesting choice for a favorite enemy. I haven't had too many good experiences.
Yeah, Manticores, they can be really squishy and give you some good XP, or they can be really nasty.
No, they're always beefy for me. Always.
Rubes finding a pretty good tile here in Earth Cave with the double Great Shark. They can have a little bit of HP on them. So let's see. Maybe about 350 or so.
I'm thinking that's what I about saw there. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Might get a few quick levels with the fade charges he has.
Yeah. Level 10, just like that. Pretty good. So, SirLinkalot. Interesting facts about him. The name is a mashup of Link and Sir Lancelot. He made the name when he was 12. He is a veteran of the Link to the Past randomizer community for about 3 years now. And he's a variety streamer when not streaming rando. So that's pretty cool. Race experience, he's the winner of the 2020 Summer Duckling Derby. He is a 2020 co-op champion, 2nd place in the 2020 FFR Fall League, and top 8 in Lich's Low Limit Tables 2020. And his favorite enemy is the Green Dragon.
I still stand. If I knew I was going up against someone with his track record in races, I'd be terrified.
Well, it's perfect that he's in the Nightmare pod with Rubes and myself, because, you know, it's a nightmare when we face him.
It definitely checks out. Ankylo's got stone. I missed which skill it was, but the thief is down.
Alright, Linkalot putting those warp charges to work there, getting out of Marsh Cave pretty fast. Rube's going to take a look at this other spike tile up here. Ooh, okay, now we're talking.
I had ugly Agamas last seed I ran, so we'll see. Oh yeah, that went down pretty quick.
Oh yeah, they're squishy. They got about 150 HP. I think we're going to see Rube settle in right here for a little bit.
Yep, move that black shirt down. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you get good rolls, they're going to go down to 1 ice too. Ooh, they're hitting kind of hard.
Oh.
Alright, alright, alright. Okay, this is not the end of the world, though. If you get a few levels on that black belt, you know, they'll get the job done. But, definitely hitting kind of hard.
Link taking care of his slab business here. Looks like Rube's gonna go pick up his slab. Probably translate that right after.
Yep. I think we saw pro rings for sale here too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he picks up a couple of them. Nah, he's just gonna load up on houses. That's fine too. You'll probably come across pro rings in a box somewhere.
Link getting the news about the Gur sharks over here.
Mm-hmm. Rube's doing a good job burning off encounters right there. I think he's got a pretty good feel for this encounter table now. He didn't heal up totally on that black belt. I hope that doesn't come to hurt him here. Alright, he's going to make it through this fight. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like 2 quick casts is going to be it. And I saw one go down from a single ice, too. So if he gets some good rolls, like you said, it'll be enough.
Mm-hmm. So both of our runners here in the Earth Cave taking their levels. Linkalot sitting on these Gur sharks while Rubes, just a room away, has the tasty Agamas.
Linkalot's not going to go look at it.
I wonder if Linkalot's just going to head on back to that Nightmare and Evil Man tile at some point. It's not the best for a black belt. You definitely would rather see the Agamas or the eyes. But still, it's a good tile nonetheless. Linkalot making a slab play. Nice. 22 minutes in. Linkalot making the play for the slab. I like it.
Tyros are definitely food.
Oh, yeah. Run is blessed. We have steak. Steak hitting hard, though.
Rubes is looking like he might push this grind down to the 1 man.
Yeah, I think he's gearing up for it. That black belt is almost, I think, at level 20. He probably maybe wants to get another couple safety levels on this red mage, and then, you know, one cast of this black shirt can be enough to take down a field of 4. So I think he's got to feel pretty comfortable here.
Link got himself the TNT over here in Lupa Land.
Nice. May be required, may not. We will see.
I looked away. Did Rubes run out of fade charges, or did he just decide to call it quits on the grind?
I think he was just saving his levels right there. He's got level 21, I think, on the red mage and level 20 on the black belt. So I think he was just kind of making sure he held on to those and nothing bad happened. Oh, Linkalot, nice.
We got a T-Rex too.
We got blue steak. Beautiful. Classic gamer in chat agreeing with you. Tyros are food, not friend. I agree. Tyros is food. Blue steak is blessed. Ooh, and we got sandwiches off the hard reset here in the desert too. This is just good grinds all around right now. Okay, so we got sandworms off the hard reset, followed by a blue steak right after that. This is the black belt get healthy kit right here.
Blue steak's got some life though. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it without that rage there to help him.
Yeah, not for the near future, that's for sure. Alright, Rubes now down to his single black belt. That's a lot of XP.
That is a lot of XP.
Alright, so
It's
50 heal pots, alright.
I haven't seen any skills out of these Agamas either, so as long as he can survive a round of getting punched, he seems to have this in the bag with the black belt at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I was taking a grind on some Agamas a little while ago. On a practice seed maybe a week or so ago, and they were doing the same thing. They were punching, they were doing whatever, no big deal. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they threw out a crack. And I just shook my head like, really? Really, game? I hadn't seen that for about 15 fights, and then boom, there it was. This is good. His black belt's already tanking some of these hits. I like it.
Jat in chat thinks the desert grind would be a better choice here. I'm not sure if I'd agree with how long it took for that blue steak to go down. I mean, this seems to be a pretty stable 2 turns as long as he survives the one, which at this point he seems pretty guaranteed to, but I'm also not one to usually stop and grind on a tile, so I'm not too familiar with what I'm looking for.
I think Jat makes an interesting point there. With the sandwiches so quick off the hard reset, followed by the blue steak, the XP is going to be coming a little bit faster, especially once that black belt gets a little bit online and can start punching 6 or 8 or even 10 hits. But these Agamas, so far, knock on wood, very, very safe and very, very squishy. Yep, agreed. Sandwiches for the early levels and then blue steak after. Definitely. Alright, so Rubes settling in. Linkalot going to do the same. Granny, let me ask you. You got this black belt. You got these tiles here. Where are you going? Are you stopping at 32? You going to 42 right now? What's your plan here if you're in the situation that these runners are in?
In all honesty, I've never had a black belt grind work out for me, so I'm not entirely sure. Going, I think I'd probably stop at 32 and start clearing out some dungeons, grab some levels that way. There's still plenty of good fights to take in terms of dungeons where you got 2 fade casters to clear out some stuff, so you grab a few more levels that way. But like I said, I'm not a fan of the black belt at all. I understand the game plan, but the way Rubes has it going here, it never works out that way for me, so I just avoid it.
So we got Burt Reynolds, one of the veterans of the community here, saying always 42. I agree. I like 42 as well. Jat 2980 saying 39. I like that play also. You go to level 39 right now on your black belt. You're going to get another 3 levels on it throughout the rest of the seed. You still have to clear 4 dungeons and go through Temple of Fiends Revisited. 39 seems like it'd be a really good ballpark to look at. But, I mean, there's also something to be said about the security of 42. Oh, Linkalot.
Oh.
The good news about that, he is saving for the hard reset after each fight, so I mean, he's not going to lose levels that way, but oof. Right, how much HP does this blue stake have? There's 300, there's 600, about 600 and somewhere under 630-ish.
He's got it down to 2 turns. It's going about as quick as the ag. Well, probably quicker since he's not taking so many hits. But
yeah, sandwiches off the hard reset. The second encounter is blue stake. This is a nice find right here for Linkalot. All right, but Rubes done taking his levels. Gonna revive the 2 red mages, top off his heal pots, and then just start going and clearing. He's going to probably go to Earth at some point, probably translate that slab. We still have not seen Ice Cave. May or may not be required. He's probably just going to head right over to Volcano here. Yeah, this is a good play. Just proximity route this right over to Volcano. You can take out carry super quick. You don't even have to open any boxes if you don't want. Just this dungeon takes less than 2 minutes.
still taking a look at the armory.
It's not a bad play. He's going to want to find a ribbon maybe or 2. You know, there's a nice dense location of chests here. It's a good play. No ribbons though. That stinks.
On the other side, we got Link up to 29 on his black belt.
Not quite one-shotting these blue stakes yet, but getting pretty close. Once he hits 32, he'll be doing enough damage. So, we got Rubes going to the Volcano. We got SirLinkalot taking his levels. While we got a second here, I want to give a shout-out and a thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting us tonight. Thank you so much for letting us use your channel and broadcast some of our amazing runners tonight for the Final Fantasy Randomizer 2021 Spring Tournament. Give another shout out to my co-com tonight, Grendy, for joining me in the booth, and the unsung hero behind the scenes, keeping us straight in chat and with the tracking, Chanigan, clicking the buttons for us. Thank you, sir. Rube's gonna take a peek at some of these free boxes. Still no ribbons. Probably the only thing he's looking for right now. I can't imagine him wanting really any other piece of gear with that black belt.
Might have misseen it there, but I think that was the one shot on the stake.
Yep, there it is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yep. And turning you miss it, we got a one shot on carry as well. So at literally the 34-minute mark, Rubes, our first runner on stream to light an orb. Alright, Rubes gonna check out the ice cave. That's a pretty good run off the hard reset there. You burn one encounter, you burn two encounters. You get a pretty good run there of, 40 or so steps before you get your next encounter. I like it.
So with Link still taking this grind. As I've said, I'm not a black belt player here, but we might see Rubes with 2 places already finished before Link finishes. Is that a problem? Or do we think the levels are just going to let Link walk right through everything?
It's interesting because Rube stopped at 35. There's something to be said for getting the rest of your levels throughout the seed as you go. There is a pretty good difference in the MDef of the black belt between 32 and 42. But as far as the punches, we got fast on these red mages. We have temper on these red mages. I'm not so worried about the damage that's going to be dealt by these black belts, especially with access to those spells. But it's definitely a tale of 2 different runs right here. Linkalot, 42. He's not going to have to worry about taking another fight the rest of the way to get that black belt online. Rubes is going to be taking some fights along the way, which is fine too, because you're going to have to fight here and there. But we're going to see how this works out. I don't think there'll be a tremendous difference in either one of these plays, but I'm excited to see how it pans out. Personally, I like running black belts, so I can appreciate what they're doing here. As we have the required loot in Ice Cave. Ice Cave required. Inner Sea entirety is required right now. That is... Wow. Alright.
So we also just had life at 7 in on-rack here. So if we don't promote, then life might be locked out altogether. I think we saw life 2 at 3.
Where was life? Was that first slot or second slot on rack? I think Chanigan has that as second slot. So life is white wizard, white mage locked. We got Rube's going to turn in his slab, pick up the TNT. I don't know. Did we see Linkalot turn in the TNT?
I didn't see it, so I'm not sure. I don't think he went to it. I think he went straight back to his grind right after getting the TNT, but I could be wrong.
I'm going to check the notes here. Yep.
Looking at tracker, both players have the same things going, so I don't think he turned it in.
Yep. Looking at the notes here from Chanigan, Narek gave us the white shirt. So evasion, that's fine.
Rube's heading over for our deals.
Alright, the robot has the bottle. Alright, Rube's working his way through the pillar maze. always a bit of a safety in here with having warp. Yes, the robot has the bottle. I wonder if that's Bender from Futurama drinking a beer right there. Ooh.
Oh.
What was that?
Yikes.
Was that Stone Touch?
That was terrifying, is all I know.
Ooh, okay. I didn't see what it was. It was something with Stone something. Whether it was Stone Touch or there was a skill there that I missed. Mummies with Brack. Wow, that's spooky. They're everywhere.
Yeah, at least with the Wiz mummies, you could have hoped for it to be a, one in a pack, but regular mummies, that's not something you want to see.
Alright, so the fairy gives us the crystal, and we have the adamant in Ordeals. So Rubes has himself the Dwarf Cave starter pack with the TNT and the adamant. So we know one of those is going to be, a quote-unquote dud with the white shirt. We'll see what the adamant turns into. We're still looking for some items. We need the Oxyel, we need the chime, and we need the cube. Hey, there's a ribbon. Nice, okay. So there's one ribbon. That's a bit of a safety there.
Help keep your fast caster up.
Mm-hmm.
Link checking out that extra trap tile here in Ordeals.
Mm-hmm. So SirLinkalot retracing Rube's steps here. Rube's probably gonna head over. He's gonna maybe head over to the dwarves and turn those two items in. I wouldn't want to go to Onrak just yet without having the Oxyale. So hopefully one of these items turns into the Oxyale form. And we got a Hooray Dwarf.
Should have killed the dwarf.
Alright, we got required chime from the Smithy McBeard sword over there.
Well, we know the bottle's going to be in with the robot, so do you head to Onrak Continent without the Oxyale, or do you pray for a first or second floor item in Sky?
Well, we think about this. We found... Let's see here. So... we got... The bottle turned into the crystal, so... that might have something else that we need. You could always maybe make the play here and try to see if Chime gives you the incentive item in Sky in the first 2 floors. So I don't know. I mean, but I like this play by Rubes here. He's going over, he's going to go down, he's going to kill himself a lich, and he's going to probably think about it a minute. You can do this dungeon. You have to do it anyway. You're right here next to Dwarf Cave. This will buy him a minute or 2 to think.
He's got the one ribbon. Probably won't be opening much, so yeah, it's going to be a real quick dungeon. Might as well get it out the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Katana plus 5.
They rolled way up. Oh, so this is definitely a double dip of Onrak Continent.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Bottle to crystal to Oxyale. So double dip Onrak required. That... yuck. Yuck.
It's never a good feeling.
Yep. SirLinkalot also giving us a Hooray Dwarf right there. Alright, so we're going to see how fast Rubes can kind of get over there. Turn in that bottle to the fairy to get his crystal. because it looks like Cube is probably going to be located inside of Sea Shrine, unless we get the rare item in Sky on the first 2 levels of Mirage. Yep, Linkalot making the same play here as well. Going to go down and kill himself a Lich.
It always feels good to light some orbs, and Lich is a nice, easy one.
Mm-hmm. Classic Jamer in chat pointing out that Cube and Mirage will be delightfully trolly. I agree. I agree.
There goes our speed bump. So we got Rubes with 2 orbs lit. Link coming to light his first one here shortly.
Rubes making the move here, going to Onrak, going to go get his bottle from the Robot. We know this is what he has to do, so this is a good move. God, I love level 42 black belts. Everything runs from you. You don't even need to worry about having to run anymore, basically. Things just, they don't even want to stick around. They just go away.
That's a lot of mummies.
Oof, that's a big punch.
That's a big punch.
That's a big punch. 20 hits, 2,800 damage. Splat. Alright, Rubes gets his bottle.
He's not even checking the chests in there. Free chests aren't even worth it at this point, I guess.
Yeah, he's got his 1 ribbon. He has what he needs. We know that's the right play.
So Link's gonna go over here and even up orbs. Well, it looks like we might end up being around about even here, even with a difference in the grind.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close. We'll see where they are once Rubes gets his Oxyale, because that'll really kind of show you where these runners are, having done the exact same thing, just in a bit of a different order.
And with the Oxyale, I'd have to assume you go Sea Shrine and just get the guaranteed item there instead of taking the risk with checking the first 2 of Mirage.
I think if it was me, I would do that, yes. I mean, it would be a gamble to go to Mirage right now, having the Oxyale, knowing you have an incentive item in Sea Shrine as it is. The question is, when our runners go to Sea, are they going to go Kraken, or are they just going to go Mermaids first and see if the item's over there?
I feel like the Kraken side first is the smarter choice, maybe. There's less chests to check over there.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's there, then you're just done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you go Mermaids, that Mermaid floor is pretty big. And if it's not there, that hurts.
Okay, so Linkalot going to Ice. I forgot Linkalot hadn't picked up his loot yet. So okay, Rubes does have a slight lead here. It's not much, but it's definitely a bit of a lead. He'll be the first one into Sea Shrine too, and he'll show us what he's thinking. To your point, though, Grandy, I think you're right. I think making the play to Kraken side first is probably the faster play. So let's see what Rubes does.
Okay, Root's just checking both these chests down here first. I can understand that.
Yeah, me too. I've done it where I haven't checked the chest on the left when I went to Mermaids one time, and the floater was in that chest on the left. So now whenever I go into Sea Shrine, I just check the first floor before I make my decision on what side I go.
I haven't had that happen to me yet, but I can imagine that being a real salty fine.
Oh yeah, after going down and clearing out the Mermaids and even checking TFC because I'm pretty sure I had the key at the time. It just, come on, man, really? Come on.
These lobsters have stun touch and hold?
Yeah, and fire too. Gross.
Murder ghosts?
Oh. Linkalot playing with one of my favorite flags that our devs have come up with, the multi-instrumental Sarah. He has a rubes000.
I'll assume that's a real instrument.
Yeah, rubes000 is a really annoying instrument that makes a really terrible, awful noise. Oh!
There it was on the Kraken side, too.
Oh!
Nice early chest.
And Linkalot's making the gamble, going to Mirage. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Wow. We got a race here, everybody. This is going to be... This is interesting. Rubes is in his go mode. He does not need to worry about getting any other chests. He doesn't have to open anything else. He just got to kill himself a Kraken, kill himself a Tiamat, and head on over to Temple of Fiends Revisited. Oh, Linkalot finding a defense sword, though. That's a really nice find.
How far does Linkalot look in here? Does he go back?
He's here. You got to commit to clearing out the top two floors.
That's gonna hurt.
So this is definitely going to set him behind a little bit, and then we'll see what decision he makes when he gets over to Onrak. Does he go Mermaids or does he go Kraken side? Because that Kraken side that cube was essentially free on the way down to Kraken.
Yeah, it was. Here we go. The Aquatic Annihilator, who's just going to get annihilated by this black belt, but we get our first look.
Ooh, Linkalot finding himself a second ribbon, though, as well. Alright. So we got a punch, a temper, and a fast. Fast goes off.
Oh, fast goes off. This is a dead Kraken. No choice.
14 hits, 1100 damage. Down goes Kraken. 3 orbs lit for Rubes. Chad Burton chat saying instant calamari. Alright, Rube's gonna open some boxes here. He's gonna find that defense sword. That's going to be a nice safety for him. I wonder if he's going to try to dig out a second ribbon or if he's just looking for maybe... Let's see, we got the herb and the crown left, and one of those will lead to the other, and the other one will lead to the power bonk, so... Not going to get that second ribbon, though, in greater than less than. He's just going to put the foot on the gas and go. I like this play. You know you're racing. Linkalot is a fantastic runner. You got to just go.
Yeah, with the black belt punching like that, I mean, you've got the ribbon on a fast and a temper caster. You don't have life either way. probably be safe to just go with one at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. We got Sarius here as well. Alright, Linkalot making the right play, going crack inside, finding his cube. He's about a full dungeon behind Rubes right now.
Yeah, that ice cave. Having to go to ice cave and then going with the gamble on Sky. Put him a little bit behind here.
Yeah, Classic Gamer in chat pointing out this is definitely not a fighter seed with that nerfed X-Cal. Funny thing, though, about the Blursings, the fighter had plus katana. So if either of these runners decided to draft the fighter, they would have been able to use the katana on the fighter, and the katana was plus 5. Yeah, these runners are essentially going to be a climb up Sky apart, with Rubes on the Bridge of Destiny and Linkalot on Kraken Floor.
Phil Collins pointing out Rubes isn't 42 yet. Do you think he goes for it, or do you think we just go with the dive at where he's at?
I think he's going to go with the dive where he's at. I think if he was going to go to 42, he would have stayed on those Agamas. I think you got to take your chances here and see if you can punch through Temple of Fiends with this black belt where it is. He's at 37. He'd have to get 5 more levels. With Fast and Temper, like Chanigan is saying in chat, you don't need 42. You're really essentially just doing it for the MDef, and you just got to trust in you got to just trust in what you're doing.
Oh man, why is Kraken still standing over here? Do we not get an early fast for Link?
I'm not sure. I missed it. Alright, Rubes topping off his heal pot's going to be the first of our runners to dive into Temple of Fiends Revisited, as Linkalot still has to make his climb up Mirage and Sky.
There we go. Looks like we're burning off the encounters and might be getting in there.
Yeah, brought back that Thief too to help with running. And at the 56 minute and 20-ish or so seconds, Rubes, the first of our runners into Temple of Fiends Revisited. So they always say Topher is the great equalizer. Let's see what it has to offer us today.
Quick move in that defense sword up to the black belt, just in case our 8 arms of anger decide to punch hard.
Mm-hmm. So Rubes, 1 floor away from Lich 2 floor. Linkalot through the cube plate. We're going to see the difference in these 2 black belts coming up pretty soon. Rubes has a good
That's a
lead right
nice
there.
run.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nice run, too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're worried at all about levels, this is one of the fights to take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rubes isn't even worrying about it. He's just trying to get away. Got to go fast.
Here comes our doormat. Let's see how he acts up today.
All right, we got a fast going off, double fast, and a punch.
Wanted to make sure he got that 1 punch. That's all it takes.
Yeah, he's got 18 casts of fast. I don't think he's worried about missing 1 or 2. It's a safe thing to do in case for some reason a cheeky zap or something comes out.
Cheeky zap, and it was a good way of seeing if he could just get the turn order on it.
Mm-hmm. Moving that white shirt onto the Thief to give them something to do. Linkalot lighting his 4th orb as Rubes is about to pull carry 2. We got a punch, we got a white shirt, we got a fast and a fast. Fast goes off. Carry throws that ink, free turn. White shirt. Punch. 15 hits, 1300 damage.
Oof.
Down goes carry. Alright, and almost exactly 3 minutes behind Rubes, Linkalot into Temple of Fiends are visited. Ooh, that's a tasty fight. The Gershark Big Eye.
These red mages are running way better for Rubes than they ever have for me.
Alright, Linkalot through the loot plate. About 4 or 5 floors behind Rubes.
Here we go. The 8 arms of anger.
Yep.
Can they stop him?
Alright. We got a white shirt, a punch, a fast, and a fade. Punch. 6 hits, 330. Fast goes off. Kraken punches down that thief. He did its job. We got a temper, and a punch. Down goes another red mage. Punch. 14 hits, 1300
Okay,
damage.
there we go.
All right. Down goes Kraken. All right. Rubes moving that ribbon over. I like this play. You do not have 42 on the black belt, so they're going to be susceptible to some kind of nasty skill. Yep, there you go. Leave that red mage where it is. All right, we got a defense sword, and we got a fast. Tiamat says,
Oh.
good night. Back rows the red mage. We got another defense. Fire 3 for chip damage. One more defense. Full evasion stack. We got a punch. Punch. 14 hits, 1000 damage. Tia with no absorb. There's the rub. Moving that ribbon looks like it was a good move. Rubes through Tiamat 2 as Linkalot on the carry floor. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a race right here.
Let's see if we can man mode through chaos. We've got the evasion. No power bonk though, so we gotta hope there's not too much absorb.
Alright, so Rubes pulling chaos. Good turn order, defense sword goes off. Fire 3, that's fine. Punch, 2 hits, 270.
Ooh.
That's a big punch. Alright, full evasion cap, punch, and we're missing. Alright, punch. 8 hits, 164, okay. Chaos has a little bit of absorb, 7 hits, 430.
That's a better punch.
We're getting there. Another punch. 381. Another punch. 395. Chaos still punch happy. Stun comes out, misses. Punch. 8 hits, 674. Another punch.
There we
232.
go.
Down goes Chaos. Get your GGs out in chat for Rubes. Rubes 000 finishes in first place with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 23 seconds. GG's.
Link's over here coming up on his Tia fight he's got. Oh. Red mage in the black belt still up. Survives the crack. Fire 3, not going to do too much. Second punch takes it out. Alright. Link coming into Chaos. He's going to have some fast and tempers to play with this time. Didn't even bother to heal up or anything. Fast off, another punch, 1013. Fire 3, not much. Another punch, 18. Yep, that's gonna be it. GG's to SirLinkalot.
GG's to SirLinkalot, and we are joined by our winner tonight, rubes000. GG's, man. Rubes, you're still muted, buddy.
I like to be muted. Thanks, GG.
So tell us, man, what are your thoughts?
That was very fast. I got really scared by the way the routing worked out for Sea and Sky, but, you know, gotta go fast.
Yeah, man. We are also joined in chat right here by our second place finisher, SirLinkalot. GG's, man.
GG, Link.
I don't think he can hear us right now, maybe. But Linkalot, GG's. We'll keep chatting with Rubes a little bit. Hey, there you are. You here?
There we go. Yeah, I had to unmute my microphone. That's what was causing it.
Gotcha. GG's, man. That was a heck of a race.
Yeah, GG's.
So, the interesting thing about that so far, you guys were both taking your levels pretty early on. You were both in Earth Cave at the same time. Linkalot, you were taking the Gur Sharks, and Rubes in the other trap tile in the top room found the Agamas. Agamas had about 150 HP, and we're going down to Ice 2s pretty easily. And Linkalot, you ended up leaving and then going and doing Blue Stake and Sandworms off the power cycle in the desert up by Mirage. Both grinds were really good for the both of you. The difference was, honestly, that Rubes kind of stopped at around level 34, 35, and you took that black belt all the way to 42. And the routing you guys had was extremely similar. Your pathings were really, really close. Also, the play to the cheeky Mirage play, Linkalot, we were talking about it, Grendy and I. Is there a play to go to Mirage? And as you went to Mirage and Rubes went to C, Rubes found the cube. And we kind of knew that, like, oh, this is going to be close.
Yeah, I've had like 3 practice seeds where Cube ended up in Mirage or something leading to Cube, and I'm just like, it's a 50-50 shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's technically closer to go to Mirage, so I'll just gamble on Mirage, and if it's there, awesome, and that might give me a little bit of an edge. If not, it's not a huge amount of time, but it was probably about 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was real, real close. You guys both ran fantastic races. It was literally the first 15 minutes you guys were holding hands, doing the exact same plays, going in the exact same directions. You were in the river system at the same time. And then you split off a little bit, and Linkalot, you went to check some of the key lock locations as Rubes went down to Marsh Cave and got his floater. So he was in the air maybe like, what do you think, Grendy? Maybe like 5-7 minutes before SirLinkalot. It wasn't a huge difference.
No, it wasn't a huge difference, but he definitely made that play right away. And I think Link went over and checked with Starda at that time. I mean, Link did also make the play to go down underneath, down to the south Elf Dock, so he got out of the sea a little quicker that way.
Mm-hmm.
They were interesting different plays, and they still kept it very close regardless of the differences.
Yeah, I mean, both of you guys finishing at under an hour and 5 minutes. That was just, it was blazing fast. Black belts I like black belts, so I could appreciate you guys each taking one. Talk to us a little bit about the strategy here with the party draft you guys did. I know you guys decided on a draft, and talk to me a little about your thoughts about party compositions. What were your thoughts?
So, I knew I wanted to take a thief because I wanted to make sure I was able to run from stuff. So we rolled and Link won the roll and he decided to draft second. So I was like, all right, I'm taking the thief first.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took a black belt red mage, and I was like, well, do I want a black mage or another red mage? What do I want to do? So I decided, why not? Let's have another red mage. Maybe there'll be some decent white magic. And actually, Fade rolled level 2, so that was fun.
The thief for running away was kind of apparent. Link actually killed his off very early, while we saw you keep yours as you went through Marsh Cave and then let him stay down shortly after that.
Yeah, and it seemed like everything had glance and brack.
There was a lot of getting stoned.
Yeah, early in the game, there was some nasty stuff there. What were your thoughts, Linkalot?
I don't think I got petrified once that entire seed. Maybe once, but I reset out of it because I was just checking chests and I didn't care. I think I only had one soft the whole game too.
Yeah, I think the Gurims had glance, and I think the mummies had brack. Rubes was seeing quite a bit of that.
Rubes saw those mummies probably more than he wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I guess my draft, why I picked red mage. I mean, red mage is my favorite class, so I'm usually going to bring it.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw you pick thief, I did a little bit of scouting and watched your race, both of your race, and I saw his party he picked was fighter thief, red mage, black mage.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not giving him the party that he's going to choose on his own, so I'm not giving him a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'll go black belt and make him do black belt strats instead. Because if he really wants to bring a fighter, then we've only got one caster at that point, so we'll see what he wants to do. But that was my idea behind it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and the blursings were pretty interesting. We were wondering if anybody was going to be taking a fighter in the draft, because seeing as they had access to the katana, and then I think both of you guys found the katana, and it was +5, so that's just always the case there. You have a thief who you don't want to promote, and then you have a fighter who has access to the katana, and nobody's going to use it. But when you do need it, it's going to roll -5, like it always does. So Grendy,
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Link wasn't going to pick a black belt, but he did, and I'm like, all right, well, here's hoping we find a quick grind.
yeah, like I said earlier, you guys both found really good grinds. The grind that Linkalot took with the sandwiches and the blue steaks were really fast with those first 2 encounters. And those Agamas for you, Rubes, were just, I think they had less than 150 HP. You know, they were going down to the black shirt. They were going down to Ice 2. You didn't even need to roll the fades. You could just trust in those level 1 spells. And then if you had to punch them down with the black belt, obviously they were just being melted really, really fast. So it was a really impressive clinic by both of you guys on how to run black belts and how to take levels. It was a really, really nice job by both of you. Grandy, you got any questions for our runners here, man? I've been doing a lot of chatting. I'm playing Caleb tonight. You got anything for the runners tonight?
I really don't. The grind, the choice in grinds really seemed to be the setting point of how this turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Link took his a little bit longer, going over there to Mirage. Rubes was just sitting on those Agamas for a while, and it really seemed to pay off for him in the end with how quick they went down.
Yeah, it was just a great race to watch. Thank you to you both for putting on a fantastic performance. I think we'll just go ahead and toss it over to you guys for final thoughts. Let's start with SirLinkalot. Final thoughts.
GG's, it's going to be interesting. I know we got our race on Thursday, so I know if I end up taking that, we end up, I believe, tying 2-1, all 3 of us. So that'll be interesting, because I know when the pods got rolled, there was like, oh my god, this pod's going to be competitive. So that would be really interesting if we do end up just being 2-1. So, and then I don't know how we're going to do the seeding if we all end up 2-1. So that gets to be a nightmare that I get to probably help. Well, I guess I probably don't get to help figure out because it has to do with me. So I'll give a nightmare for all the other tournament staff instead.
Well, I mean, considering that we are all in the Nightmare Pod, it would, be very appropriate for all of us to cause a nightmare for the committees. So I support that. It's going to be a great race. You and I next Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. I don't know where we're going to be, but we're going to be doing it. I look forward to it. I mean, it was really great to watch you guys, and I look forward to racing you myself next week. So, Rubes, my buddy, heck of a race, man. Final thoughts.
Thanks, GG Link. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Luffy and Grendy for doing comms, Chanigan for tracking, and Luffy for restreaming. Thanks, was it RPG Limit Break for hosting us. It was a lot of fun. I mean, like they said, this is the Nightmare Pod, and it really is a nightmare. We have three great champions in this pod, and I look forward to watching the two of you duke it out next week.
You get to take a front row seat and just enjoy that one. So it's going to be a heck of a race next week. I look forward to it.
Thanks, GG's.
GG's, bud. Grendy, my buddy, any final thoughts before I take us out of here?
I want to say thanks to
Thanks,
Chanigan for
GG.
the great tracking, and thanks to you for putting up with me on my first time doing comms. Hopefully I did all right with it.
That was very fast. I got really scared by the way the routing worked out for sea and sky, but gotta go fast.
Yeah, man, for sure. That was really great. Thank you, Grendy, for joining me tonight. Thank you to Chanigan for tracking. Thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting us tonight. And thank you to our two runners, Rubes and SirLinkalot, for a great race and just a fantastic performance. So with that, we're going to give RPG Limit Break back their channel, and I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for joining us, and ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam, we gone.